Hi there. Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to get subscribers into your Messenger chatbot, but this time I'm going to cover another widget called checkbox widget. So before you start, make sure that you watch the module about sequences and conversations, and also make sure that you had created a sequence that you'll use to connect to the widget. So what is a checkbox widget? It's basically what you're seeing in front of you. It's something that you put on your landing page, on your website that looks like a checkbox. And once people click on it and submit the form, usually it's used together with the form, it will send the message configured in your sequence. So the coolest thing is that you can capture both email and messenger details with this checkbox. So this is one of those tools that requires access to HTML. So other tools that also require HTML access are send to messenger button and customer chat widget or plugin. They are covered in other videos. But don't worry, the setup is really simple, and if anything, you just give it to your developer and he'll do it in 5 minutes. So now that I've covered the basics and gave you an introduction to the tool, let's see it in action. Alright, welcome back. I'm in Chatforce's dashboard, and what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to connect this sequence to one of my checkbox widgets that I'll create. And so this sequence, I'll just quickly give you an overview of what it does. It basically says hello and asks if they want to join a conference in Melbourne, Australia next month, and then when they click on yes, please button, another message will be sent, and it will just say, hey, alright, we'll send you an invite when we have more news. Very simple sequence. So now all we need to do is we need to go to growth widgets area. We click on the button at the top right, and we select messenger checkbox. Give it some name, call it conference checkbox, because later on when you look at all your widgets here, if it doesn't have a name, well, it will be hard to stay organized. You have a few options on the first tab. You can select the color of the checkbox, you can make it a little bit bigger. The customization is basically provided by Facebook, so there's not much you can do here aside from these three options. And the second tab is more interesting. You select which sequence they'll subscribe to. So I'm going to use my conference invitation sequence. And the last tab is where you'll get the code. Now, before anything, make sure that the website you want to put your widget on is whitelisted. So it will show you all the whitelisted domains that you have right now. If it's not here, all you do is you enter it, the domain name, and then click on whitelist. Boom. After that, you'll see it here in the whitelisted list. Now, the second step is the final step. You basically copy paste these two snippets of code and put it on your website. We'll do it right now. Okay, so I'm looking at my WordPress website where I'm trying to add the checkbox to this page, where currently nothing is showing up except for the custom chat plugin. So I want to add a checkbox under this email input, so that when people add or type in their email and then click submit, not only does it take their email, but also their checkbox, messenger information. So the way we do it is simple. So first we find the code. Now, if you're using something other than WordPress, if you're using ClickFunnels, if you're using lead pages, there is a way to go into HTML code there as well, and we'll create separate videos for these landing page builders. But for now, I'm going to use WordPress. So here you go into one of your pages or posts. Make sure you select text so that you can actually edit the HTML code. And then you go back to ChatForce and make sure everything is set up properly. Get the widget code. Make sure that your domain is whitelisted, and then get the code. What you can then do next, you copy first code right before the form tag ends, and then the second piece of code, you put it under the form. And that should be it. Let's update the post, refresh the page, and let's see what happens. Boom. See, there is now there's a problem. I can't see the text because I'm using the white version of the checkbox plugin. And second problem is I actually want the checkbox to appear above the submit button. So what I did is I moved it from this position to one position above, so that it's before this submit input type. Okay, I'm going to update it now, and I'm going to go back to ChatForce and change the skin to light so that it actually works on the white background. And let's refresh it and see what happens. Boom. I get this. Now let's see what happens when people start entering their email and then they click submit. Boop. Now I'm not connected to any MailChimp, any email provider, but you can see that I have received this message just now because I've checked the checkbox plugin. We'll do it again, just so that you can see. Okay, I'm here. Gonna refresh it. I'm going to do man@mail.ru. I'm checking this checkbox. I'm clicking on submit. And what happens next is, boom, I get the second message. So that's how you get both email and Messenger at the same time. So WordPress is a little bit more complicated, but I'll show you guys another video where this can be done in ClickFunnels, and you can connect it to ActiveCampaign or any other autoresponder. It's quite powerful.